Welcome back here to Fox 51 today. So many great people across East Texas have served our country in some capacity, one or the other. We're so lucky to be joined by author Dan Kellum here this morning on Fox 51 today, the author of books 1 and 2, American Heroes, Grunts, Pilots, and Docs. Dan, a pleasure to have you here on Fox 51 today. You said, you joked in our commercial break, it only took you 29 years to write these books. That's right. You must be awful proud of them, though.
I am, very much so.
Well, there's some great stories in here. You yourself served in the Marine Corps. A lot of these friends, the books are not just about you, we should say. Friends you served with, people you knew on the armed services. During the Vietnam War, which, can mean a lot of different things to a lot of people across this country who remember living during that era. When you take away the Vietnam War when you were serving, what's the first depiction or the first thing that comes to your mind? Do you view it positively, negatively, neutrally? I mean, how do you feel about it now, looking back?
I guess the bonding of the troops. If you go over there and you fight, and it's like you have a racial mix-up of people with ethnic backgrounds, and once you get in the field, you all depend on each other. Right. So that's what I remember, and I wrote these for the people that I promised I would never forget, and so this is the best way I know how to do it.
You are from Longview, Dan. When you first got over to Vietnam, what was it like? I mean, can you tell us about the experience after the training and you first get over to Vietnam? What are your first few days like?
Scary. They did not give me a weapon. I'm thinking, I'm walking around without a weapon, so give me one. That's why they didn't give it to us, because we were probably so scared we'd have shot at anything.
Yeah.
So. You had so many. I know you said that a lot of the first book is your stories, and then you got so many other people that you served with their stories.
Right.
I know a lot of authors say they actually learned something themselves. Was there something that you learned in writing these books that you didn't think you would?
There were a lot of heroes. I mean, people that you don't expect that like some would get medals. Most of them didn't get medals, and I think that was it. It's just that they did their jobs and they did them well, and they're unsung heroes.
Absolutely.
So that's why I'm bringing them out in these books, too.
Dan, it was such a volatile time in this country during the Vietnam War. When you were serving overseas, did you hear about what was happening back in this country, some of the uproar over the war, and what was the emotion over in Vietnam when you heard about some of the things that were taking place here in this country during that time?
Well, I was in Washington, D.C. when they had an anti-war march, and they were waving the Viet Cong flag or the North Vietnamese flag there on the Washington Monument, and I was trying to get my fellow lieutenants to go with me to take the flag away from them. And they were going, that's not a good idea. There's several thousand people here. So, But when I went to Australia on R&R from Vietnam, doggone if they didn't come in on another anti-war march for the Australians.
Well, a lot happening, and I'm sure there's so many great stories, though. We can't doubt the heroism that took place in Vietnam and your service. How many years were you over in Vietnam, sir?
Just a year.
Okay. A lot of these stories, I'm sure, are people you're still even in contact with. I'm sure a lot of these lives were lost with people you're in contact with. What do you still talk about this day when you meet with them, or maybe talk to them on the phone or meet them for lunch? What are the things? Do you still talk about the war frequently?
Well, we have a reunion every year, and this coming year we're going to be in San Diego, but last year we were in Memphis, and the year before in San Antonio and Washington, D.C., and we just talk about the times when we were there and the people we lost. Here, about a month ago, one of our guys that got wounded over there passed away at a nursing home. He got hit in the head with a piece of shrapnel, so the war's still going on for some people about this.
Right. What kind of response did you get from the people that you were fighting with over there?
For the books, you mean? Positive.
Good.
One of the colonels, he was a lieutenant over there when I was a lieutenant, but he said when he was reading it, he was reading about all the people that had passed that he knew, and he said, there's some pages here that are tear-stained because I'm reading this.
Wow.
And I thought, okay, I've done something right about this book.
Dan, so many great stories. How can people purchase one or two or both of these books?
Well, on my website, there's an order form, and they can look on that, and they can go to that.
Okay, Dan, a pleasure to have you here on Fox 51 today. Thanks for sharing your stories with us here this morning. We really appreciate it. All right, thank you so much. Coming up here next after the break, we're learning about Tyler's annual Beauty and the Beast bicycle tour, and you can see how